It's just like first Rusty and now Slap. I just want my dad to come back.
And Mom. I'll let you decide which is which.
We know which
Hello.
one Slap is. Don't pretend.
Welcome to Shrimp Hours, number 131. The drive-thru's mic is broken episode.
It's
That
true.
sounds fine now. Aside from the
Literally
rubber
being held
band.
by a rubber band.
Listen,
Hey.
I'm here, Ben's here, Cody's here, Caleb's here. My mic is not. I realized over the last few episodes that for some reason the firmware wasn't applying or something. The gain was too high. I was blowing out. It did not sound good last week. And then I looked at the USB port and it was one of the pins was bent, and then it just detonated itself, and then I tried to solder it and made a big mess of everything, and I'm just gonna buy a new one this week.
This gives me Outlap DT vibes at like the very beginning of the show.
I'm
'cause you'd
pretty
always-
sure I did that on this mic, because
Yeah.
before I had my face on my stream, I used to use this mic, and I used to literally just do this, and I would play the video game with this shit right in front of my mouth. And everyone
what
would
it's
say,
worth.
"You sound so sensual."
Your backup mic sounds fine now that you fixed the static issue.
He's
Try to
static.
point the
Clipping,
camera
though,
away
if you
too.
talk any louder. Uh-oh.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh,
I was just
There
gonna
we go.
point at me.
There we go.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess it's good enough. Whatever. The thumbnail, I'll have the Ben thumbnail with just a mic in my face the entire time.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Or you can duck out from your mic for 5 seconds. Just
For what it's
All right,
worth,
there
you
you
see,
go.
I don't know if you can see. I've got the same issue as you because my little thing, the threads are just broken. It won't tighten anymore. So I have to have it flipped up and just kind of balance up here because if I have it flipped down, it just falls right out.
It just
mine
goes
actually
limp.
has a similar issue where if I put
You know
it
what I'll
up
do?
like this- yeah.
I've been recommending this Rode one that I've been using. I'll put a link in the description below where you can use
Use
my
code
Amazon
HONEY.
affiliate
Wow.
code.
Wow. Give Ben his kickback.
I'm gonna not buy that now.
Just to beat him to the punch, by the way, I want you guys to know
Just
that
because
Ben
Ben's
actually is
involved.
not on Twitter anymore. He is exclusively on Blue Sky
Wow,
just
dude.
to beat him to the punch.
Because you,
there.
you knew he was gonna say
And I'm
it.
better
All right.
for it.
Yeah,
Speaking of which,
have you guys heard that he's not on Twitter anymore?
I might leave Shrimpage.
speaking
Good.
of which,
Then
I want
you'll
to
never
start
hear the end
news
of
real
it.
quick. Because in the news this week, after years of Donald Trump and everyone else saying that they needed to kill TikTok, they were finally America was like, all right, we're killing TikTok. It's gonna die unless you guys sell the company. And they're like, nope, we're not gonna sell the company. And then TikTok went down. And then I don't even think this sort of mysteriously came back later that day with a message saying it was all thanks to President Trump before he was president. It was kind of crazy. And they basically sucked his cock and said, hello, here's TikTok back. And since then, a lot of people have realized that a lot of left search terms have been banned, and you can't say certain things on the app anymore, which is very interesting.
Well, it's not only TikTok, but it's also everywhere else. As far as Meta.
I saw Facebook. Yeah,
I heard
they
Instagram.
were
There's some
forcing you
questionable
to.
things going on.
There were a lot of people they were forcing to follow JD Vance, and even if you tried to block the account, it wouldn't let you block his account.
Which is weird because no one likes JD Vance, including Trump.
I will say, so the TikTok ban, actually, it was literally one of his first things that he did after getting sworn in was he signed an executive order that it doesn't get rid of the TikTok ban, but it delayed it for 75 days so they can try to renegotiate whatever. So that's why they were sucking his cock about it.
Which is funny because he was the original person that came up with the idea of banning TikTok.
Dude, he spent years going the Chinese, we hate TikTok, we got to get rid of it. And then suddenly he's like, oh, I brought TikTok back. Look at me. Look at how great I am. And everyone's like, oh,
all these
wow.
people that wanted TikTok to stay, he made it stay, and now they're still finding a way to complain about it. Just
Go to
I know.
Red
So
Bull.
I know. Sorry, the argument's 3 against 1 right now. Someone has to play devil's.
I will
advocate in
say,
this
hold on, if
conversation.
you go to general, I just went and checked, and I am following JD Vance on Facebook, which is not a thing that I ever did. So
Are Are you serious?
That is crazy.
I refuse to believe that. That's the Hoff influence in you, just in your subconscious. Anytime the gob
It
comes
literally
out,
says
I was about to say the
following.
Oh,
Yeah.
did y'all just see ghost orbs on DT's camera? Hold on. You
I
gotta
did
run the
just see
tape
that.
back.
we got
Dude.
orbs. We got orbs.
Dude,
We
we
got
have
orbs.
ghost orbs in DT's house. What was that?
Did it go up or down?
It went down. It went like across, like diagonal across your screen.
It was a piece of fuzz, but it just looked like
It
Yeah,
might have been. It
definitely
literally
was.
might have been
Or-
dust
It-
off my ceiling fan.
Yeah,
would
dude,
like-
it was absolutely fuzz, but it was a good bit.
I would like to think
Or
Caleb's
was it?
version of the gob is just going right wing, like in his subconscious, just like not remembering it. Just
It's like the Spider-Man black suit where it's just like I look at my arm, it's just fucking.
it's like, wait a minute, why am I following Trump on fucking Twitter? And then just
There's no way
Just
you
in the
didn't
mirror.
click follow on JD Vance on Facebook. There's no way that they like force people to follow that
yeah, I don't
motherfucker.
believe that. Caleb's
It's like
just
iTunes
lying.
forcing YouTube down your
That was
throat.
crazy.
Back in the day.
Let me click on JD Vance's Facebook page. I'm not following JD Vance.
All right, Caleb might be
Change that.
lying yet again.
Here, let
He
me
also-
change.
I promise.
has-
Anyone would be if anyone
only
would
has
be following
300,000.
JD Vance out of us.
That doesn't
on
seem
Facebook, right?
out of
First,
the
it's Mike
ordinary.
Wallace.
What platform?
Next is
Facebook.
JD Vance.
I had
Facebook?
false accusations. The strudel was planted in my head. I went back and listened to the podcast, and DT, when talking about Mike Wallace driving in the Daytona 500, was like, "Isn't that the guy that had the toaster strudel?" And
Yeah, because you always told us that he was the toaster
I never
strudel guy.
told you that
What platform are we talking about the JD Vance following conspiracy? on?
Facebook,
Okay, thank
on
you.
Facebook.
I asked that like 3 times.
Which turns out to be a lie.
which by the way, didn't you just press like? I don't know what following on Facebook is.
Oh, that's. No, it says follow because he's like a public figure, so it's like a follow page.
Oh.
And I am not following JD Vance.
Yeah,
I
Caleb,
think
you
Caleb
definitely
was
followed
caught in
JD
4K.
Vance. We
Dude,
got
I
your
do
ass.
never followed
That's
JD
the
Vance.
Hoff influence coming out in your subconscious when you don't
Mhm.
realize it. Just
The mask spoke to you at night, and you
Yeah,
hit the
fucking-
button.
You
He
make
read a
me
great
sick.
book in 2016. He's like, yeah, I should follow this dude.
Dude, I have had this account for a minute. I
100%
didn't know
back in
who
your
JD Vance was.
days.
He's caught in 4K.
All right,
He's
second
not
piece of
escaping the
news.
allegations.
Elon Musk went on stage and did the craziest thing ever. Has he said anything about that yet? Has he put out a statement, or is he just still letting everyone just guess what that action was?
Okay, actually, I have sorry to sidetrack you. I'm not even going to listen to what you're saying, but the AP released an article saying some Facebook and Instagram users were surprised to find themselves automatically following the account of President Donald Trump or Vice President JD Vance this week. Meta spokesman Andy Stone said in a Threads post that the official POTUS and White House accounts are managed by the White House and change when the occupant of the White House changes. So if you had a previous like government official, like
I think I've seen that before with
this is
remember
this is-
Obama on Twitter, how it was the president and then switched over.
yeah, it's like
to
the
Trump.
POTUS page
Yeah.
switches.
So I think it was that kind of thing.
This is the politically social media version, or the political social media version of, no, honey, I caught the crabs from sitting on the public toilet seat, not from messing around with the hooker, I swear. Out of the 7 billion people on this planet, Caleb is just so happens to be one of the 300,000 that just so happen to fall prey to this scam. No,
Mandela effect.
I refuse to believe it.
I'm trying to find if Elon Musk said something about this, and I've received like stage 4 cancer from a little scroll down his profile page. He's coming after Wikipedia now? Like, what the
Base.
He's tweeted
Anything
like
they want,
500 things today, and they're just all garbage.
Shocking that people don't want free exposure to information.
Remember when this wasn't a
everybody
left-wing
to be
propaganda podcast?
Dude, it's always been a left-wing propaganda podcast. Are you kidding me?
Remember when people could talk without propaganda
Mhm.
Fucking
being thrown around?
Remember when people could switch social medias without being called a liberal?
Well, you
Oh,
talk about it all the time.
to be
I think that's
fair,
the
if you
only
didn't
Yeah,
problem.
remind
you
us
are a
200 fucking times
liberal.
about it, we wouldn't have to give you shit
Yeah,
about it.
fuck you, Ben.
All
Get
right.
banned.
You gotta set
All
yourself
right,
up for
that's
that
the
one.
news. You know what time it is.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's drip or drown. Drip or drown. Drip or drown. It's drip or drown.
You know what? I might give Ben a lot of shit. This might be one of the
No one
greatest
hears what the fuck you're
bangers.
saying.
It's a banger.
This might be one of the greatest bangers of all time.
And you guys hated on it for being too long.
Dude,
No,
I-
It
no,
was the first version of it was crazy long though.
the first version of it was super long, but the
forgot
shortened
that got
version is a
trimmed down.
banger. Dude, it is kind of funny with how politically charged this episodes of Shrimp Hours has been on top of DT talking into his mic. It's like we got transported and like bought out by NPR. We're just on fucking
NPR is brought to you by you, the viewer.
Shrimp. Yeah, Shrimp
So
Hours.
Shrimp Hours.
Shrimp Hours is made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please stop.
Dripper
Get some
Drown. I got a fat Dripper Drown this week. I tried to keep up with paint scheme announcements and things. I'm probably missing some of these, but whatever. We're just gonna roll right into it. Oh,
You
I
know
forgot
what
I
time
had
it
this.
is. You
Hello.
know what time it is. It's time for 20 paint schemes.
All right, Drip or Drown.
All right, I had that messed up because we did the poker thing last time. All right, first
we
of
have
all,
already done this one.
No, we didn't.
no, we didn't.
Thought we did.
No, we didn't.
I
All
think
right. Are you
I think what
okay?
you're thinking of is DT going on like a massive thread about it on Twitter.
No, Ben doesn't use Twitter. Remember,
Oh yeah, that's right. Shit. Fuck. Then what is he thinking about? Shit.
Ben's seeing
I mean,
ghosts.
I-
Anyway,
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
I
Seen this
love
before.
No, hold on. We for sure haven't discussed this on Twitter, right?
I've
Or
discussed this on
the
Twitter.
On the podcast.
Have we discussed this on the podcast?
No.
That's what I'm asking.
I don't think we
There's
have.
no way.
I
Yeah, we-
think we have.
We,
Okay,
no,
then what do we
we-
say
'cause
about
we-
it? Well, okay, hold on. I would know.
That is
what did I
similar
say?
have a theory.
to
I
what
have
they're
a
doing in
theory.
F1. and
No,
they're
did
just-
I say I liked it or I didn't like
F1?
it? Did I say I liked it or I didn't like it? If we've talked about it before.
Bro said
I
I think you
F1.
said you liked it.
Well, I don't like it, so I know you're.
What did I
fucking
say
lying.
about this, Ben? Since we talked about this in the podcast.
I just
No,
remember
I-
seeing this picture and that we've talked about this.
I have a
Order
theory.
in the
I have
court.
a theory. I have a theory.
What?
He's secretly on Twitter and he saw me
He's
tweeting about it.
secretly on Twitter and saw
Dude.
this and just exposed him because
Dead
DT
giveaway.
Dude, show us your
Quote
phone. Show us
tweeting
your
this.
phone right now. Show us your phone
DT
and
quote
prove that Twitter
tweeting
isn't
this.
on it.
DT
Oh, dude, look, he's
quote tweeting
deleting.
this
He's deleting Twitter. He's
is
Googling.
the
Yeah, it's
only-
over.
is
What is
the
it,
only
down
X?
discussion.
Nothing down
Yes.
there.
Yes, this was he like quote tweeted this, and then he and
Yeah,
Ryan
he
Williams
just
were having
deleted
like
it.
a back and forth.
This is
about
the same
this.
guy that we played GeoGuessr with, and we were like,
On
"How
my
are you
home
getting all
screen.
these?" And he was like, "I worked with these area codes before."
Hey, we
It
can
turns
have
out he's
apps
just
and hidden
Googling.
folders. Like we're not children.
Ben-
It's a rat. It's a rat.
Plus, you can see in
That's
Twitter
a
chat if I've
rat.
seen it or not.
I just
There's
hope
my
you
tweet,
answer
you
rat,
nerd.
'cause that's what I think of this conversation.
All right. Anyway, Trackhouse said they're gonna rebrand. They're gonna change the look.
I do like it, by the way.
And they're going with this like sort of neon blue and neon yellowish type thing, and they want to unify the look between their NASCAR team and their MotoGP stuff.
Why couldn't they have their
Uh,
MotoGP stuff be the blue and black and chrome? That was a
That's-
sick color combo.
I really liked the blue and black and chrome. I made a tweet
yeah.
about how cool the blue and black and chrome was.
This is
on
still
Twitter,
cool.
which is
Come
where
on.
It's
Yeah.
still cool, but it's less cool. I
No,
don't
it's
like.
not. It's just a different look. Like it's just a different vibe.
It's grown
don't
on
know.
me
I'm a
slightly
sucker,
upon
yeah.
second glance. I feel like the neon like is like forced. It's just like these little like tape strips.
No.
that They're like, hey, let's just throw
Well,
it in.
I
You'll get
like
used
that
to
it's,
it.
like,
It'll look
subtle,
good when
but,
they
like-
incorporate it on the cars.
Dude, the freaking when they had the chrome and this is sort of earlier on before the blue was chrome. Those
That,
haulers were
yes.
sick too. Like just the
Dude,
chrome and
you're
blue
not
and
topping
black.
that. I'm sorry. The new shit
That
is
was
cool,
such a good look.
but you can't beat perfection.
That is
Just
good.
wait.
And I
until it's
understand.
actually
I will say
incorporated.
that is better.
Kyle Sykes
But I
for a
do
whole
like
thing
they're
about.
being consistent all throughout their
Yeah,
team.
okay,
Yeah.
but just put this on the motorcycles.
Exactly. The
Problem
new shit does look
solved.
good. But don't get me
To
wrong.
me, it looks a bit too Carvana for me.
oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
never gonna unsee that. That's exactly.
It's
the
just
Carvana
this
colors.
combo's been done before. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
You guys-
I
if
like
they
the
keep
dark
it
blue.
consistent, if they keep a consistent scheme, like this is something I would hope that NASCAR kind of pays attention to, so all the drivers have a consistent car throughout the season.
Also, people notice in this thing that Connor Zilish has a Cup Series thing on, which is very interesting.
Did
Which
they
is
not
why
ask
I
him to
said
be
my
doing
piece.
part-time?
Maybe
That's
they
why I
just
said
had a
that Junior Motorsports was going to do a thing with Connor Zilish, but then it turned out to be that other
Or maybe
thing.
they didn't have a custom fire suit for him yet, so they just like got one of Ross's spares. We're like, hey, you throw this on for the picture.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
possible.
All right, next up, we got a lot of these to get through. Ryan Preece is going to run this half and half friggin'
Cares.
Oh my
Castrol
god.
Travel Centers of America. And I just want to,
Traver of America.
dude.
Yeah, what the heck?
That is not how you put a logo on the next gens have this like shelf where it'll go up and it'll go like no. And if your words go onto the top of the shelf, you just cannot
just
read it from
gone.
the side.
And plus,
This is
I mean,
probably like one of
we-
the worst angles you could take of this car.
We predicted this too last year. I even remember when it was talking about Kroger coming on, but like the way that fucking little pillar on the side just doesn't match the angle of any of the things around it is just like cherry on top of this.
Is that
a
the
shit
international
box.
truck
That's so
logo? What is
common.
that doing there? Shout out to the show car with the old exhaust placement. I
Is
Is
just
this
I
like the
don't.
first
Shit.
RFK die?
We've
Yeah,
had
it
RFK
might
Nah,
dies
they've had
before.
some bad
They've had
cars in the past.
shitters. Yeah.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, no, this
Yeah,
sucks. This is really
Half and
bad.
half cars, yeah, half and half cars are usually bad anyways. This one is
Yeah.
just
Like
particularly.
you can
I'm-
pull it off, but this.
I'm a known
Saying
half
it.
and half
I will
hater.
say the 60 RFK font, I do dig. It has like that old Mark Martin Bush series feel that I appreciate. So hopefully
Yeah.
they can do something good with it.
Next up, Noah Gregson in the 4. Rush Truck Centers is moving over with him to. This is a front row car now, which I'm gonna have to wrap my brain around all
Yeah,
year.
what?
I
With
still
the-
thought we were looking at a Haas car.
Yeah, this is front row number
They just
4.
stole the number and the font from
I mean,
Haas.
it's a sick
Well,
number
it
and
is-
font, honestly. Like, it's way better than the normal front row
So
car.
we're just completely disrespecting Kevin
Well,
Harvick
actually,
and
this
just
is the
pretending like he
same
never existed.
This is the same
What do you
4
mean?
that front row uses. I mean,
That's the crazy part, is that the 34, like, this is the same 4. It's
yeah,
the
they've
same
they've
font.
showed a font.
It just looks very similar, if not identical, to the Stuart Haas one. I don't know. I can't explain it anymore. But I just want to say they've immediately done a way better job than Stuart Haas did on that stupid gray car that we hated so much last year.
Yeah, it's a good.
And
Scheme.
this looks great. This is a banger. They did the thing with the hood where the got the Rush V and the big logo on the side, and I guess Cummins.
Mm.
If I
It is
had
kinda
one
funny that they
gripe
go-
about
It
this
is also
car,
below the shelf.
Box
one
and then
gripe
Cummins.
about this car, everything else is great. I just wish the number font wasn't like. I feel like the gray as the outline is just out of nowhere.
If it had like a red, it would be kind of hot.
If it was red, if it was yellow,
Red
if
or
it
yellow.
was
Maybe
even
on
if
the
it was just
front.
black, yeah, it would look sick. But gray is a little
and the
odd.
roof.
Oh, they got it on the roof. That's
Yeah,
probably
the roof
why.
looks fine.
Why can't they put it on the side? Honestly, if it was black, it would be kind of sick.
I was about to say if it was black and it was just like kind of no outline, like a little cutout. for the
Yeah,
number, I think it looks
it just
awesome.
cuts out the base. Or like, I don't like these little slits in here too. They should just cut that. Anyway, enough nitpicking. Next car, Brandon Jones
What the fuck?
is after one season at Junior Motorsports in the 9. He's now back at
2 seasons, thank you.
Was that 2? Was it?
His last race was 2022 for Gibbs, and then 23 and 24 he was with Junior. Now he's back.
Oh, well, that shows about how much Brandon Jones has done.
Yeah, Brandon Jones ain't exactly.
He's in the 20 now, which he was in the 19 before, I think. I don't even know who's in
This
it
one
now.
has the opposite problem where the black on the number is too thick.
They
It is
made
like,
one of the outlines like that's the 20's not that fat normally.
no, dude.
They like
It's
messed that
weird.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
fucking.
It is a
That
show
ain't
car.
right.
You're
Yeah,
a show
but-
car, Ben.
All right.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, Brandon Jones will continue to just exist in the Xfinity series. So shout out to him.
Imagine
Next up
spending money.
from Jordan Worth on Twitter, my favorite yearly tradition of he goes to Daytona when they put these show cars up there. It's always before they've revealed these paint schemes. So the first look we get of these cars is always the friggin' stairway at Daytona.
Yep.
So we got like a Bubba Wallace McDonald's one, which actually is like okay.
Yeah.
And then like a 43, which
That looks
is
pretty
just
cool.
an Advent Health, like slightly updated
That
look,
looks
which I
cool.
like.
Don't hate.
I don't
And the
mind it.
42, which is a different Harry Gant throwback, which I guess they're gonna run all year.
Can Legacy figure out what they're doing? Because they had like the first year was like the black greenhouse, and then last year they switched to the black B pillar, and now it's a gold B pillar.
They might have too many cooks.
Also, the numbers are outlined in gold on the.
Yeah,
roof.
they've always done.
They've done that,
Okay.
yeah. But I'm just
The
saying,
one
like,
thing
if
that
you
I've
pull up
noticed-
a
Maybe it's the lighting.
2024 Legacy car,
is none of these cars have the hood.
Oh, the
Scoops,
hood
whatever
holes.
they're
Yeah, well,
called.
none of them have windows either. So
So
Yeah,
I'd like to see
dude.
what they actually look like with those stupid things in the hood.
that is true. These actually look way better without the hood holes. I didn't notice that part.
I'll show you a hood hole.
Look at how good that looks. And then it's just gonna have.
Yeah,
I guess
so dude,
they probably
last year
worked
it
around
was
them
just
here.
the legacy itself on the B pillar was like outlined in gold, and now they just made the entire B pillar gold. They don't
It's
know
like they're
what the fuck
trying
they're
to do
doing.
something iconic, but a different thing every year, so it's never iconic.
They're figuring out their branding. They're still a new team.
Dude, it's in fucking 15 years, some kid on what remains of Twitter is gonna be like, I miss these pillars that RFK put on the side of their cars. It's like, okay, dude.
Not RFK, but sure. In addition to these guys like hung up on the Toyota thing, there was also a Chase Briscoe car laid out outdoors, which people hated on me. This is actually kind of sick.
It's fine.
I honestly
I don't know how I
like,
feel about the gray.
maybe it'll be shinier later. It's a little bit more Gregson than Truex, and I think that's good that they did
If that
something
was
different to
actually,
just
like,
a Truex car.
Reflective silver, that would be based.
My favorite part about this though is on the other side of the car.
Yeah,
The shape of the 19 was just mirrored. So like this has the cutout for the 1 here and like the rounded part of the 9 there because they just mirrored that. And I read on Twitter, Kyle Williams, who I think made the print for this to wrap this show car, told them, he was like, hey guys, someone didn't like work the design on the other side properly, and they said whatever, print it anyway because this got approval. And then they printed it and everyone clowned on them. And I saw Italo, the guy that does the renders for Joe Gibbs, saying that he had to redo like his whole set of renders because now they're gonna fix it apparently. So shout out to JGR, our Drowny of the year last year.
dude? What I just realized. Look how far back the name rail is.
I just
on
looked that. I literally just clued in on that. What is that?
It's
That's not
behind
were the
B
driver is.
pillar.
It's to accommodate for the
They
weird,
got to
like,
move it out of the
pants.
way of the
Yeah.
design. It's
Exactly.
It's on the
right
right.
there.
Dude,
What?
what are they doing?
So someone made the left side of the car and then just gave it to an intern and was like, "Okay, do the other side." And then they did this, and that's got to be why. Also, like, boats is closer to the back of the car than it is like up here. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, hopefully that thing.
We'll see how it looks on the
better
actual car.
track. Yeah.
Second Bass Pro Shops car at the Daytona, Truex himself, in the 56 Tricon, supported by Gibbs. And I'd said earlier that Tricon has only put out bangers and that this was for sure going to be great. And it's just okay.
I like this better than the 19, to be honest.
I'm surprised NASCAR didn't give them shit for how hard it is to see the numbers.
Yeah, it's not really hard to see the numbers. I don't feel like.
I don't mind that. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's not bad. I like the numbers.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe the 19 will grow on me as the season goes, but I like this better than the other one.
Okay. Well, it'll be cool to see them side by side. We'll get a direct comparison.
It'll be
Kinda
nice when
like
Truex
traveling
misses
colors.
the race.
With camo.
Along with a third Bass Pro car. Austin Austin
My
Dillon
God.
is driving a Bass Pro
Put
Winchester
that
thing.
gun in your mouth. You're not the real breed.
We might have the new moldy bread car. This thing is not good.
He needs to use lessons learned from the former 3 to put that thing in the turn 4 wall, dude.
Oh my
Get that thing off the
God.
fucking track.
I like that they spent like all the prime like advertising space. They wrote the American legend and put a flag, and then Winchester is just on this little shelf thing down here. This is bad. this is really bad.
Yeah, this thing's a fucking piece of shit. We'll be seeing you.
We might have an early contender for Drowny of the Year.
That's
Dude,
tough.
it would be fitting if we sent shit in a box to RCR for this
Die
base
of the
game.
Yeah, if we send like
that toilet trophy, but we take an
the
actual
Red
dump into
Rocket
it.
Nut of the Year award to the winner. What should we send
Dude,
to the
yeah,
worst
we should
fucking
we
paint
should
scheme?
we should send them a toilet and just like spray it in fart spray so when they open up the fucking thing.
Hey,
No,
this is your
we
paint
send
scheme.
him a
Flush,
big
flush. Hey,
bag.
this is your paint scheme. Flush, flush.
We sent him a
Paint
big
scheme,
bag
flush.
of sugar-free gummy bears.
He shits himself.
Oh my god, dude, that's a die
We
of
should
the
send
year.
them a
Oh,
gallon of
nut,
oil.
nut,
So
nut,
Hayek
nut,
Motorsports,
nut.
after I clowned on them for their number font that they had in that one
It's just
announcement,
ATG.
that was just a team car. They've announced that Sunny D is going to be on the car for at least the Clash and Daytona and then some other things. And it is just straight up the file from JTG. And you know what?
Nut.
It's good.
Not bad.
It's really good. This
Just
car
please
slaps.
paint the side skirts and we'll be good.
I wonder if like they just couldn't they don't have a designer to mess with it. Like why does it still have the JTG 47 on it instead of their new one? Do they dump their new one, or are they just gonna put this on
Wouldn't
this
surprise me
car
if they dumped their new one, honestly.
and then put the new one on their own cars, and then this one is just a JTG file that they just left untouched? I don't know.
We'll see.
But either way, they had a different graphic of this. Let me see if I can find it. This one's a lot better, but they had one where they'd taken a picture of Stenhouse from when he was obviously on JTG, and they had to Photoshop out. Oh, here it is. They had to Photoshop out his old sponsors, and if you remember the Kroger, they used to just put every logo on his
Oh,
suit.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
it's
that must've been a
literally
fun
just
task.
Oh my god.
just a huge empty space with no, and then they just kept like NOS and stuck a Hayek on there,
They
on the
couldn't have just
corner.
slid the car up and just covered.
or
the
just
part
put
of his-
Sunny D up there. Like it's so glaring.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's the car's a
Dude.
drip. That
Yeah, if you're a graphic
design, not so
designer,
much.
don't do this.
This is
hide
why I
it.
think
Just
they just
hide
kept the old numbers out of laziness. I don't know. It's questionable.
I forget how bad some of these JTG cars used to be. I'm looking at
This
this
isn't
one
one
from
of them though. I hope they run some of the good
the
ones.
Sunny D one is based, but I looked up like just 2022 Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and his one from the 500 is just like, what in the fuck?
Well,
is
that was the beauty of JTG, is they would run like one of the most beautiful schemes you've ever seen one week, and then just the biggest piece of shit the next week. And for just years and years, they would just go back and forth.
Dude. Yeah, there are some fucking shit boxes. Here's another one. It's like a Sunny D Kroger half and half.
It looks great as long as you don't look at the
Dude.
hood.
That's, dude. I remember. I think.
How did they not win Die of the Year for that?
Wasn't it
That's
DT or
tough.
'Cause this
someone
is the
was
next gen.
defending those hood placements for a while?
It's fine if you
It's
put
like
something
no, if you
above
look
it.
at it at ground level, it looks fine.
No, it makes
Look at
sense.
the downgrade, dude. Look at the downgrade. Look at the 2021 one in comparison.
They put
Like, just
Kroger on the
load-
side of that.
Oh
That's
my
kind of
God.
crazy.
It still looks way better than
The
that.
no,
hood
I mean
is
no.
sick,
That
though.
was just so much better. Like that's what I was saying. Oh my god, just compare.
If they just put the shopping
That-
cart thing here, which they did later on in the text down there,
I
it's
guess
not
There's
so
a
bad.
banger throwback for you in general too.
All right, all right, we gotta stop.
Oh my god. Oh
When they
my-
said this was a Ricky Craven throwback, that might be one of the most
What?
disgusting gradients
What?
of all time, too. Going from the blue to just like
Yeah, they
pure
ran this in
gray
Darlington. They're like,
Portal
we're
style.
we're throwing back to Ricky Craven's 2003 Darlington win, and it was that.
It's the Portal colors. Blue, fucking
Dude.
green, or orange.
It's so bad.
That is
Yeah, that's a die of the year, whatever year that was.
All right, next up.
Oh my god, how many more do we have?
Well, we keep going on tangents because Caleb sends me a bunch of cards. You guys are yapping.
All right, we'll
I
talk
think this
about
is the
them for
last
5
one.
seconds and move on to the next one.
Cody
Who gives a
Dennison
fuck?
is
Who
driving
cares?
the confirmed Russian-funded Tim Pool truck
That is true.
in truck. Apparently,
Have
he's
you
doing
seen
some truck
clips
races.
of people trying to take Tim Pool's beanie off, dude? He goes psycho because he's actually just bald, like underneath, and it's not like the cool bald. He's got like the horseshoe thing, and just refuses. to
You got to give it. It's like the
So,
backpack
just
strap.
gotta
Just
give
give
it
it
up.
up.
Yeah, dude, and he like, dude, there's this clip of some like he's at some rally and some guy just kind of like boop, just like plucks his hat off from behind, just like with a big smile. Dude, he like fucking freaks out. Like he's like, dude, I wear this as a disguise. Like people try to attack me. Like this is like great. It's like, dude, like you're synonymous with like being a grown man who still wears a beanie. Like, what do you mean a disguise?
Either that or he just wants to be lazy and not have to shave it every day.
No, I think he's just an insecure piece of
Yeah, he's
shit.
literally just an
Oh,
insecure
yeah.
bald guy that wears a beanie. Like, and yeah, I have no idea what that's like.
Can he not grow a beard? That's just what you're supposed to do.
He
once
does.
you're
He has just like a
bald.
little, but no, he's just. I still guess too. I'm sure some of our viewers maybe
Beta
have seen the
male.
clip because it's a pretty popular clip of the guy just kind of plucking the beanie off him, and he just like has a meltdown.
All right, last car. Harrison Burton is subjected to a season at AM Racing, and they have
Subjected.
this car sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Why is it gray? They
Can you
changed their
imagine
number
going
font
from-
too, so it's just Arial.
Like, driving one of the most iconic paint schemes in the history of the sport in the Wood Brothers 21 to this.
Why do you have a skull on the side of your car? You ain't Scott Bloomquist.
Scott
it
Bloomquist.
makes sense, but like when you compare this to the truck, the Tricon like Tanner Gray one from last year, like that to this, like this
Yeah,
is
dude.
sick.
That is pretty sick. Hold on.
And this is
Oh,
Harrison
no.
Burton's driving.
That reminds me of some old like Stuart Haas car where there was this, like I forgot what it was. Like I have like a stupid little die cast of it, but it's just like
They
some
had an
weird
O2 car at
gray
some point,
shit
too.
with like some like racing stripe down the middle, and it just looks bland and boring as hell.
But yeah, these are all cool.
It's like a Cole Custer car, I think.
There's
I
a
think
That
there's
with
an
the orange
Alfredo
roof
one
number
too.
is sick.
That one's good.
That's kind of cute.
Dude, this might be better.
No,
Yeah, that's even better than.
no, I mean
Than
that's
the
better than the gray
gray?
one. Not,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, that's what I was about to say is like if the colors were flipped, this would be way better.
That's so bad.
No, like they have these stupid metal racing stripes that are
They
like
should have just kept it
way
like
too
black
close
and white.
together.
Like having
You
that
said
weird
it's
like
a
bluish
Stuart
gray.
Haas car with racing. Are you talking about the Danica Patrick like GoDaddy car? Because she did that.
No,
For
it
a
was
while.
like some like weird Cole Custer one, like from not terribly long ago.
What are you
that I-
talking about?
He was talking about a
just-
Stuart Haas car with racing stripes.
Just like some weird like Cole Custer car. I have a diecast of that kind of reminds me of. That's just kind of boring and weird and
Cole Custer's boring and weird and
Yeah.
Yeah, he's driven a lot of weird, boring cars.
Hold on, before we move on too far, before you get angry at me, I have an early fucking media check-in thing that I need to gripe about.
Okay.
know- We've talked about. I've had this paused for a while, by the way, so it's not like I've been. No, I've had this paused for like 20 minutes. I've not been playing during the podcast. But this
Oh my
this-
god.
This happened, and I want to. This happened literally at the very start. I paused it, and I was like, "Hey, this would be a funny podcast thing to talk about." Can you
Hold on,
not
let me see
this
if-
black screen.
See if we have the technology to
But I've like Caleb and DT knows that
this
I've gone on
motherfucker's
rants.
playing Madden during the podcast.
I've gone on
dude.
He was
rants.
playing Madden during the podcast.
I've gone on rants about how Madden will go out of its way to do scripted shit to fuck you. I want to show something here.
I'll do scripted shit to fuck you.
Like the kick meter was perfect. Everything was perfect, and here's how the kick turned out. Boom. Boom. Double doink. But let's look at this. From top down, it hits that. Then, oh, it goes in, right? It said I missed it. It said I missed this.
That's what you get for playing it during the podcast.
It
You know, when
true.
Phil
literally
Dawson
goes
did
in.
it originally, the first time,
It
they said he
literally
missed it.
goes in.
And then they had to review it.
But it's not like it hit like that little crossbar or like that back part where like the uprights come out from it. It straight up goes in, and they said I missed it. I'm not.
It is
believing
mad.
Yeah. Shout out to my completion
Dude,
percentage. All right.
Can we hit the doink button, by the way?
I'm still keeping it paused.
Hold on,
The
I've got
controller's over
500
here. I'm not
things to do.
playing during the fucking podcast. I just wanted to show that because that was like perfect
well, I've been
example of that
playing it during the
scripted Madden
podcast.
shit I'm talking about.
Here, I'll play the doink sound. This is what happened when Cody
Da-na-na,
missed,
da-na-na.
and then they said no. All right, that rolls us into 2 minutes of football. Go.
Pretty much all the shrimp teams are out of it.
The
Lions
Lions have
fucked it.
gone down. The number 1
Dude.
seed Detroit Lions are out of the contest.
In hindsight, they are missing Hutch and whoever else.
They're missing their entire defense.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have picked them to win in my bracket. I just really was in the hype
My
at that
bracket
point.
is completely
DT.
done for.
Hold on. I have to put the 2 minutes of football on pause. I just checked. The Preds are up 7-5 on the Sharks after being down
Fuck.
5-1.
6 unanswered goals.
What the hell is
back.
going on?
But yeah, I was looking anyways to pull up this text, but I have proof. Hold on. So one of my buddies at work, we talk football all the time. And I told him, I said, I have a bad feeling. Like I'm hoping it's Kansas City, but I'm thinking it'll be Detroit. Here, right there. The bad feeling about a 1 seed getting bounced in the divisional in an upset.
Oh.
And dude, there we are. Detroit is out and Washington is in the NFC Championship, which is good for Ben, recent Commanders bandwagon. Ben, how's it
I'll
feel
get the jersey out.
yeah, dude, put your RG3 jersey on for the NFC Championship game. No balls.
I will.
We need a Commanders Bills Super Bowl. It would feed
How far is that
families.
muted? God damn it.
Like,
Okay.
you would never guess that the Commanders would come back after
Dude!
like the 2 years that they had before this.
Not even 2. It's been like 10. They've been asked for 10 years, and all of a sudden
No,
they
they've
get
been asked
one-
for way longer than that since
Dude, they
Joe
get
Gibbs
one
came back the
quarterback.
second time.
Can you imagine how good it must feel to be Jaden Daniels right now and just go to a poverty franchise and just after like
Save the team.
I was about to see like 16 career games, just whip your dick out and you're in the NFC Championship game. Like you've made it farther than like 99% of NFL quarterbacks have made it in their entire career, and you're just 15 games into your
That's
career.
crazy. It's crazy to think that it was
Oh,
that Hail
shit.
Mary
I'm sorry,
against the
viewers.
Bears that kind of jump started this run they're on.
That is
Fucking-
true. Dude, yeah. We have Tyreek Stevenson. This is the long play. Bears safety Tyreek Stevenson started the Commanders season off by just fucking like yelling at the fans or whatever, letting that touchdown get in. All of this to lead to their divisional rival Detroit getting bounced in the first round of the playoffs. And
That's kind
you
of
know,
a
it's-
long play.
What's funny
Dude.
is one of my good
And it's
friends
stealing
was
their offensive coordinator to go be their head coach now in Chicago.
Oh my
one of my
God.
good friends from Virginia was at that game, and right where he was yelling at the fans, and he saw that, and he's like, yeah. Even at the time, it was like, yeah, that was something I'll remember for the rest of my life. And then that's what propelled them to where they are now.
I know this is going to go over 2 minutes, but I don't care. It's deep in the playoffs. We're allowed exceptions this time of year.
Playoffs.
But dude, I was just doing some reading up just stats wise on the Lions season this year. And this is gonna go heavily back to the fucking autism test we took last week, just numbers wise comparing shit. Dude, Packers fans look at the 2011 season as the season that could have been. It could have been the start of a dynasty going back to back, and they just choked it. They basically, long story short, they went 15-1, one of the most dominant seasons ever. One of the highest scoring offenses ever, but they had like the last ranked defense and then got bounced in the first round to the Giants, who were a 6th seed. Compare that to the Lions, one of the most highest scoring offenses ever, first seed, 15 wins, getting bounced in the divisional round by a 6th seed of an NFC East team. It's just kind of crazy that just the similarities.
So you're saying the commies are going all the way.
And just another thing, it's like a lot of people think that last year was the Lions' year, and to say, just for that comparison's sake, that Lions did go all the way last year.
It is
Yeah,
funny
just
to me.
the overlaps are kind of insane. Fuck
Yeah,
you, PT, by the way. Put your ticker up your ass.
Yeah, shut up. But yeah, the stat that the Lions are like the only 15-win team besides the Packers to never win a playoff game is just.
I was gonna say, at least the Lions can't say that they're not the first ever 15-win team to not win a playoff game, because the Packers already have that honor.
It just sucks because if they were healthy, then they would have gone all the way.
Well, that's what I'm saying is
all
like
teams deal with injuries.
That is correct, though.
One of those things
But
you
no
guys
one
say, oh,
had
all
the
teams
entire
have to deal with
defense
bad
just
calls.
die.
Well, yes, they do. There's lots
So-
of the same way you guys say when it comes to the Packers, oh, all teams have to deal with bad calls. Well, all teams have to deal with injuries. That's part of the game.
I
That's
just
true.
like
They're fucked.
at this point, Washington, like if you could put 45 points up on the best team in the league, like who's stopping you now? Like they've got all the mo in the world. Kansas City,
The Chiefs.
Watch out.
The Chiefs with the fucking refs in their fucking.
dude, yeah, the 20-19 win that Mahomes gets over Jaden Daniels in the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna put a
If
K
it's
on that.
close, then the
His
Chiefs are going
flop
to have it,
was kinda
unfortunately. If
crazy,
it's a
too.
complete blowout, that's the only way I see the Chiefs not winning it.
Listen. We won a Bills Commanders Super Bowl, but like we've all basically been saying since before the playoffs even started,
It's
we
not
are
in the
going to get
script.
a Chiefs Eagles
Yeah.
repeat, and we will like it.
I don't know
I
that
don't
we
think
will
we
like
will.
it.
Well,
All right, enough
It's a state.
football. Also, shout out to Ohio State.
Who cares?
Boo.
Shut up.
I want
Alright.
Notre Dame to
Because you're
win
a piece
for
of shit.
Shane Gillis' sake. For Shane Gillis' sake, I want a Notre Dame to win. I like how we just tweeted this out of context. Just fuck. Nothing else.
Cody, can I share that fucking snowmobile wreck that you filmed?
Oh, let me actually share, because I've got like the better version of it that actually has like the
Oh.
proper audio.
Oh.
Cody, it's viewers, it is prime snowmobile racing season. So Cody goes up to the north, middle of fucking nowhere, and watches a bunch of dudes race snowmobiles in circles and like almost die, and it's incredible.
Dude, it's also a crazy realization too when you realize these guys are literally going as fast as fucking sprint cars, considering that
They're
this
just
is a
riding a little machine.
this is a mile or a half-mile track, and they're pushing like 16-second laps on snowmobiles on ice. Like that's how fucking fast. Like they're going upwards of
And
like
those things are
120,
fucking
130.
heavy.
Dude, they're going upwards of like 120, 130. All right, so yeah, here we go.
Where the hell was this again?
Eagle River, Wisconsin World Championship Derby Complex for the World Championship Snowmobile Derby. Yes, they like the word World Championship a lot for that event.
Apparently.
That's the track that the Deckers used
Reshuffle
to
back
own, I
into
guess.
fourth, little slip of the grip, getting down to the corners, a power slide.
So this
down,
guy goes
opening up for
wide,
Olsen.
clips the
Olsen drives
bank.
through off the bales, 2 riders off. Red flag on the front stretch, 3 riders. Oh my goodness. Chaos ensues.
Oh my god, there's still
We're gonna
piling
re-rack
in.
and stack.
Almost the whole field.
Some of those dudes are really lucky
And a
that
fourth little slip of the
they
grip.
didn't get plowed.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We'll do like fucking slow motion analysis, because there's lots of things to unpack here. It's like an onion. There's lots of layers. All right, so yeah, this number
God, dude.
21 dude goes wide, pushes it. He just barely clips the snow, goes out of control, starts a tip.
The way
Watch
there's
how
just
airborne.
wooden
Watch how
fencing,
airborne the
too.
21 sled goes and almost lands directly on the orange dude.
Oh my
Boom.
god, dude.
And then it's just snow dust. Everyone's piling in. Watch the guy on the left here.
And he goes flipping.
This dude right here, this snowmobile almost hits this flag guy who has to go running for cover. Fucking this guy comes flying in and gets launched.
Dude, this guy
over,
goes
almost gets
straight into
crunched
him.
between
my
his sled and that
God.
one. Is lucky he didn't. And then the final guy here just barely gets clipped and gets tossed off. Out of the entire race, one dude made it out unscathed back up here.
Jesus Christ.
Took out
Can
the entire field other than one dude.
That is crazy.
if I can be completely honest here, when I first watched this clip, the first thing that popped into my head was like being in the stands with Rusty watching this and just hearing him start cackling, like just watching everybody die. I can hear it in my head, just like like just fucking the Rusty cackle.
Here,
just watching everybody.
Do you have the live
fucking
shot of
die.
it, Cody, with the like side cam?
Yes. Yes.
Because that also goes crazy hard.
All right. Here we go.
Dude, top of Wisconsin. This is just what people be doing in the winter.
When you
I
got
mean,
nothing
what
better
else are you
do.
going to do?
Yeah.
Can you coming out of the flow?
All right, here we go.
They sound like airplanes.
Oh, next lap.
So this is you on the scissor lift, right?
No, it's me on that little I sent a picture. Hey, Caleb, can you send that picture that I sent you to DT? The two
Of the
pictures.
anthropomorphic shower?
Yes, both of the pictures that I sent you for convenience sake. Can you send to him?
Excuse me.
He knows what I mean.
There's a podcast title.
Dude,
All right,
I was
so,
laughing my ass off because he sent me a picture and it just looks like a shower is fucking taping the rays.
Operating the camera.
All right. Sorry, I was looking for my phone, but I'll unpause this now. All right, here we go. So
Hold on
here's
real
the
quick.
live shot.
I just want to show these real quick. I'm just like, this is where Cody's operating from. Is this little shower tent?
Dude, does it
On
not
a
look like the
stand, I
shower is
guess.
like operating the camera in this photo? I couldn't stop laughing at it, dude.
That's kind
Dude, all my
Hey,
like,
it looks like it works perfectly.
dude,
it
your
does.
little hut in there.
I shit you not, the final day of shooting this day on Sunday, it was minus 40 wind chill outside.
Jesus Christ.
Thankfully, the entire weekend, like the wind was at my back, so it was never really coming into the tent. But yeah, I just got that there and got my little heater, just my head and my arm is poking out, and everything else is inside there, just out of the wind. And so yeah, that's my setup.
Dude, yeah,
at
you
the
got
Eagle
it
River
down.
track. Dude, there's some people that try to shoot without one of those tents. It's like they're literally $40 at Walmart. Like fucking spring for a tent, like so you can shoot a few races without being
It'll
miserable.
Save you from your frostbite.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here's the live shot. What we saw before was like the live, just the raw recording out of the SD card from the camera. But here's what the live broadcast was, and you can understand why they couldn't see shit.
Dude.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my
Just
god.
that's all they see. And as I learned more about like the science of like snowmobile racing and like how they make these tracks by dumping the water to make ice down to begin with, obviously you need to have a sweet spot, because obviously if it's too warm, shit will melt. But apparently if it's too cold, like it was these last couple days, the ice is so brittle it's prone to just breaking up
Dude,
and
it
creating
just-
way more powder than it usually does.
It looks
Which-
like pavement the way it's got those cracks in it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's part of the brittleness. That was because of how cold it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see that top shot and they're like, oh, why do these idiots just keep piling in? But this is what they see, just nothing.
Yeah. And that's like a
They-
normal lap. It just looks
Yeah,
like a normal lap.
They probably had no idea anyone wrecked. They probably just thought this is the normal spray from the people just racing up in front of us. Just
chaos ensues.
They go
And then
hard.
and then he cuts back to this camera way. It's like, yeah, let's make sure no one's dead before we like.
Dude.
All right, that's your Animal Planet a trip to
No one else has any
Eagle
stories.
River Speedway.
World
World
Championship
Championship.
Derby Complex.
Yes. There is
My
a separate
bad.
Eagle River Raceway, a dirt track up in that town, which I may or may not try to go to for a Badger race this upcoming season if I have no other events going on that week.
Go to you for a beaver race.
Yeah.
All right.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, dude.
I guess
That's-
badgers and
My
beavers are
mind
kind
is
of
an
related.
enigma.
No, I think your mind's on beavers.
Send in your fucking
Don't-
beavers.
Don't send in your beavers.
No.
Jesus Christ. All right, that was Animal Planet. This is your media check-in, where we
Fuck
check in
Madden.
on Cody's mad at
Dude.
Madden.
Oh yeah, let me play that some more now that I'm done with show and tell.
Can we ban all, like single player video games during the
Ban
pod, or just video
things.
games in the podcast?
No, can we ban like
No.
can we ban like being so uptight and taking this fucking podcast so seriously? Matt and Shane's secret podcast, Shane Gillis's podcast, one of my favorite things ever, one of the most hilarious podcasts ever. They do not take it seriously at all. Like literally, they have like at
Do
least
we
20
take it
episodes.
seriously? I
we
just
don't
have
take
to see
this
your
seriously.
beaver.
It's just how
They have at least
autistic
20
can you be that
episodes
you
where-
have to play video games
They have
instead
at
of just
least
having
20
a
episodes where they're
conversation
literally
with
just
us?
laying in a hotel bed together under the covers, and it's the funniest shit ever.
You know
Yeah,
what?
but are
I'm
they
actually-
playing
sorry.
video games
I'm
under
sorry.
the covers while they're doing the podcast?
No. This DT be like, oh, like don't do any other tasks. You need to focus on the pod. We're like halfway there to him becoming like, guys, make sure you find a decent shirt to wear and make sure your hair is combed and you
brush your teeth.
I would never.
We're halfway. You're halfway there.
Mister, I
What-
need to take a shower
Hey.
before the podcast.
Viewers,
Yeah,
light
sorry,
them up
I
in the
usually am a night
comments.
shower guy, and
Or
when I'm
a
sleeping, my
email.
beard does all bunch
I'm gonna
of weird
I'm gonna
shit.
have a
So I don't wanna look like a
vulnerable
homeless person.
self-reflection moment for you right now. In the middle of us getting on to Cody, I might have Ryan Newman's 2020 Daytona 500 crash replays going on my other screen here that I've been watching.
What?
It's fitting.
What
It's-
is
it's meant to
wrong
be.
with you?
This guy's a 22.
Is it like on TV or are you just looking
is a
up on
22.
YouTube?
I looked it up on YouTube and I'm just
Oh.
watching through them.
All right, that's your media check-in.
Is it
I'm
my
hitting-
video or just the
no.
Ryan Newman crash in
We-
general?
No, just the Ryan Newman crash in general. I was gonna say, me and DT have been going hard
In the paint.
on hockey team management like the past 3 nights. We have been hard in pursuit trying to get Nashville a Stanley Cup. We've built some crack teams, absolutely crack teams, and we've made it to the Western Conference Finals once and then have missed the playoffs the next 2 years. So
I'm advising Caleb on his first franchise mode run, and it's going interestingly.
yeah, I'm actually after this podcast, I have
About to get
some,
fired.
yeah, I have an ultimatum where my owner came to me, the GM, and told me I was fired if we didn't have a winning record this year, and we are 28-28 with like I think like 30 games to go. So it's like we're on thin ice here. So I'm gonna get DT in the office on trade deadline day because we have some cap space and we need to make some moves.
You're getting the Mike McCarthy treatment.
Dude, we have to have a great deadline here so we can make a playoff push, or else I'm gonna be eating somewhere else other than Nashville. So I'm gonna be stacking pennies myself.
Yeah.
Going back to football
Uh,
real quick, I'm kind of sad we didn't get the Mike McCarthy coaching for the fucking Chicago Bears timeline that everyone was speculating. That would have been hilarious. But anyway,
Dude, not to go back to that, but
but
I think, hear me out. I know everybody said it. I think the Bears might actually be good next year.
No,
dude.
no.
Dude, Ben Johnson is like the
Ben Johnson, more like
greatest
Ben
offensive
Dover. I don't know who
mind
the fuck
in the
he
league,
is.
or at least he's like the next hottest
Yeah,
head
and how-
coach
and-
hire.
Yeah, and how many fucking playoff wins did his offense get this year as a result of it?
He carried he
Exactly.
turned the Detroit Lions into a 15-win team.
Motherfucker was more focused on his future job than his current job, and
My
like, getting
guy
his current
took-
team
yeah,
a
that is
fucking
true, that
ring.
is
That's
true, that is
fucking
true.
rat behavior.
It is crazy that Ben Johnson supposedly was 100%
And for the
focused on the
Bears of
Detroit
all
Lions
teams.
playoff game to be named the head coach less than 24 hours after
Dude, that's rat
that
shit.
game.
That's like when Bill Parcells announced, like,
You
hey,
think-
by the
do
way,
you
I'm
think
gonna
it was
go
an
be.
inside job.
Dude, that's when Bill Parcells, like 3 decades ago, I know it's a throwback reference. He had basically announced, like, right before they were about to go play a Super Bowl, that, hey, by the way, I'm gonna go like coach for a different team next year. And then lo and behold, they lost said Super Bowl because he basically just lost the morale of the team, like right before the big game.
Yeah, dude, because everybody's like, dude, it's fucking over.
Dude, imagine sacrificing being like living in history, going down as like going on a run to give the Lions their first ever ring. So you could jump ship before the season's even over in favor of the Bears of all teams. Like that might be all time rat
That's
behavior.
rat.
I'm
Oh
just
my
gonna
God.
say Dan Campbell is about to get exposed as a fraud.
He needs to expose himself to a fucking toothbrush.
Yeah,
from
speaking of
the fucking pictures I've
exposing
seen.
yourself, fucking
I don't care. Oh, he dips. It's like, yeah, guess what? You can dip and brush your teeth too. Like, it doesn't have to be one or the other.
You can also just not dip. That shit's gross.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well, he's a,
dude,
he's,
his
a,
fucked
country,
up
he's a
little
country
British,
boy.
Yeah, British looking ass teeth.
Yeah. All right, that's your media check-in.
Send in your fucking mail.
Gloves.
Wash your fucking hands, slap. Send in.
Remember when
your
Slap used to show up for the
mail.
podcast?
Send them in, guys.
Dude,
Wash your
Apparently, I feel like you
fucking
crossed the
hands,
age of like
slap. I
36
don't give
or
a fuck,
37
man.
years
You
old
better
for
send
the
in those
podcast.
emails at this point.
Him and
Speaking
Rusty
about
just
Slap, I did
hate us.
forget media check-in.
Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan
What do you mean
mail.
you forgot it? I gave you guys ample opportunity.
I
to
forgot
He did
that
give us
this
ample
was something I was
opportunity.
watching. Sumo wrestling's back.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've
Slap's
been
gotten
watching-
banned onto sumo.
Ah, who cares?
It is based.
It's true.
All right, fan mail.
No,
Slap won't talk to us anymore.
before
What?
we go, I wanted to pull just randomly because it's been sitting in my corner for way too long. I'm gonna go grab something out of the Cody bin.
Uh-oh.
I want to have a little show and tell real fast.
Oh, heck yeah. I've been wanting to do a show and tell of like
Before
all
we
this
get to that, though,
$600
send 'em in,
worth of
guys.
shit you bought for me.
If you
All right.
dip,
Ugh.
send us an email.
The
Why
call
am I-
has chosen.
Why am I not on the top left, by the way? I'm always on the top left.
That is true. That's
ShrimpHoursPresents
weird.
at gmail.com. Did I put Ben on the bottom left? I don't have
Yeah,
like
it's
a,
too late now.
bottom,
there's
so it's
no
fitting.
rhyme or reason.
This is today's selection out of the Cody box. A
Paul
Pulmonard.
Menard. Is it rookies 15 or second year 15?
It does not have
Oh.
rookie stripes on it, but
Speaking of which, random Dripper Drown update,
yeah, what about
courtesy
the
of
rookie
Ryan Williams on Twitter today. He said that they are not mandating rookie stripes in NASCAR
That's
anymore,
so stupid.
which is
cares?
really weird and
It
random.
is weird.
It's just changing a long-standing, cool tradition, a little fun tradition, just for the sake of changing
Man.
shit and literally
Yeah,
no
I don't-
other reason.
it's
I
two
don't
yellow
understand what the
stripes on the
problem
bumper.
was.
You'll get over it.
Yeah, but why,
No, I
would
won't.
they
I-
get
dude,
rid of it then?
Once again, if it was
I-
just the rookie stripes, it would be fine. Like
I
that's,
agree.
that's
I think
basically
it's
the
a
only
needless-
thing NASCAR hasn't changed. I was telling this earlier, and I've had a long-standing theory. I swear to God, NASCAR goes into every single offseason. They're like, all right, we've made the chase, we've made playoffs, we've changed the car, we've changed the schedule, we've changed the aerodynamics, we've changed the engines, we've changed stages, we've changed competition. What haven't we changed yet? I know the number placement. Let's push it forward. All right. What haven't we changed yet? I know. Let's get rid of rookie strike. Like, I swear to God, did they change it just for the sake of change and no other reason? And you're no convincing.
It
I
is
mean-
completely random. I don't know.
Yeah,
have any-
I want to argue that it's a completely like
explanation.
pointless waste of time to like. There's so many things they could have used energy to fix other than that, but at the same time, it's like they're two yellow pieces.
If
of
they're not
tape on
gonna
the
use
bumper.
energy
but they were
to-
cool.
Let's distract the
Make
fans and
changes
how
that I'm not going to use energy in caring.
That's
What's
the
the
real psyop. Steve Phelps was sitting up there in the tower. He wants you to focus on the yellow pieces of vinyl on the bumper instead of the horsepower and the shitty cars and the system.
I love
Steve
you.
Phelps, you need to be.
And we're back. I'm just gonna cut that whole thing out. The last 5 minutes are gone.
don't say anything more because please, I want it to be just picked up while we're just laughing hysterically. Just with no other context.
There's even some like constructive bits that have to be lost in that, because that
Okay,
whole
when you edit this, can you please edit it like right at the start of when whoever was
I always
saying
do.
what he said just was about to say it. It was like mid sentence.
Dude,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
cut
DT's
back
yeah.
to
the
all of us
master of it.
laughing.
DT's
Yeah,
the
I always do.
master of it.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
yeah, so yeah, to recap, we just had a 5-minute like Cody like pleaded to the council of why what happened was okay, and it's all ruined. It's all down the drain. So welcome back to Shrimp
Well,
Hours,
because there was a
you know.
certain someone that just kept digging it and making it worse, just digging their own grave.
you said they didn't help things.
Send them in, guys,
Steve Phelps is safe for today.
for today.
If you want to make terroristic threats,
If
to
you've ever
Steve
made
Phelps,
way too specific threats that your friends had to edit out of a podcast,
Dude.
send us an email to shrimphourspresents@gmail.com. Also
I'm
taking
still
other
open.
questions, comments, and
$10,
concerns.
I'll tell anybody you want. Anybody you want, they'll get a personalized video.
Shrimp cameo.
Shop that shrimp.cool. Buy our merch and buy death threats from Caleb.
Buy
Hoffman.
a
Caleb
cameo.
$5 on PayPal.
Fucking merch.
First
Send a
email comes
fucking
in
death
from
threat.
Keegan. It says, "Hey Shrimps, I'd like to lead this off with an opinion that thought up while listening to one of the previous episodes.
That's
With NASCAR
unfortunate.
being in so many new tracks these past few years, it kind of brought out an idea. What if all-star races were held at tracks new to the schedule every year, even if that means we would have multiple?" What? I think it would be entertaining to see a bunch of former winners fucking it on an unseen track. An example would be like the Mexico City, or 2022 would have been Gateway and Wilkesboro. Just a small thought.
No,
I think
because
you have-
if it's an all-star race at a road course, then it
Yeah, let's have an
Yeah,
all-star
it's
race at Road
not-
America.
Not great.
Yeah, I think you might have CTE from when your girlfriend wrecked your car. Next.
Can you imagine the Open at Road America where there's like 12 cars just immediately spread out over 4 miles?
If they
like
did it on
North
the short
Wilkesboro is already
configuration.
bad, but imagine that, like Texas. Like, remember Texas? What if they went to a new
Dakota.
1.5 mile track?
Oh,
North Wilkesboro, I still stand by, would be a sick, like, September or October, just 400 lap race. Like, if you just let them rip for 400 laps around Wilkesboro, I think it'd be a decent event.
Are
It's
they ever
great
gonna
for
give
late
up?
models. It sucks for next gen because
yeah, the next gen
just
sucks.
Are
Yeah,
they
the
ever
next
gonna-
gen makes everything bad.
Put
surprise.
Xfinity in North Wilkesboro.
Uh,
Love God.
Keegan also says, secondly, it was jokingly, but Ontario Premier Doug Ford and President Donald Trump both joked on Canada purchasing Alaska and Minnesota. Yeah, Doug did his own little thing. I thought that was goofy, as in Minnesotan, preferably not, but if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, we don't want you in our country, anyways.
Hold on, is
What the
Rusty
fuck
gonna-
is happening back?
She's trying to dig up things in your bed.
Dude,
She smells the-
going.
she smells the food from that stain that's on your bed.
Yeah,
She's
the
all
peanut
raw.
butter is.
Might have
buried in
added
there.
another stain.
Brains.
Is she about to go at it again, dude? It is not that good of a spot.
The next email also comes in from Keegan. It says, "Hey Shrimps, I sent this mail sometime after MTJ's Tricon Cup car announcement. Both juniors news as well. I was just thinking how cool it would have been to see MTJ going back to his roots and driving with Junior Motorsports for his first ever Cup entry as a kind of throwback. Of course, the number wouldn't have worked, but I think it would have been a surprise and a very cool concept for both the team and the driver." From Keegan. Yes,
Caleb.
but Toyota runs too deep, I think.
Yep.
What
Can I
did you
make
say,
her? Can I make a request, Caleb? Seeing your dog in the background just reminded me of something. Before the podcast is over, can you load up a single player of Ghost Game on the fucking asylum level so you can ring the fuck? I want to see your dog's reaction to you going crazy with that bell.
Hold on. Yeah.
Have we talked about that on the podcast?
No. So, dude, yeah. So, in Ghost Game, we've been going hard.
Phasmophobia for normal
We've
humans.
fallen off a little bit in the past week, but before we figured out, so whenever there's this like asylum level, I'm loading it up right now. But there's this asylum level, and like at the receptionist desk, it gives you this bell that if you click on will just start like ringing. But we found out, like, because DT would walk in and just go ham on the bell.
Because
but
that's just what you do. They give you a bell
Yeah.
to just hit when you walk
Dude,
in.
yeah, it's the autism where you just click like just 10,000 times on
thing
anything
that
we
makes
see.
the sound click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But so my dog would start like just barking and getting pissed. And I'm like, why is she doing this? And eventually I figured out that it was the bell. So I started flipping my headphones out like this, where the speaker was facing outwards, and just spamming the bell and walking
That's so
around the
mean.
asylum. And so I was just like walking around. They were in the ghost room, and I walked in the ghost room, and I'm like, "Hey guys!" And all you hear is just ding, ding, whoa, 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 whoa. Just
Fucking Hector Salamanca
even
simulator.
that got her riled up a little bit. She's looking around.
It was so funny. We're just looking for the ghost, and I just hear the dog going nuts when you're
Going at
ringing the
it.
bell.
No, we like came back into frame, like, and like we just heard Caleb's dog start going crazy in like the fucking proximity chat. Like,
In the
once we came back-
proximity chat. It'll take a minute to load up, but I'm
All
loading
right.
it
Well,
up.
I'll read
give
the
some
next
bit.
email then.
Yeah, because he like picked up the bell and like brought it with him into the room. So we just heard Caleb like coming to the room, just dinging the bell, and we like heard us in the bell.
So we do have 16 emails this week. I forgot to say that
Holy
before I started
shit.
reading them.
God,
Dude,
I'm
thanks for sending them in.
Yeah, thank you for sending them
in.
Don't send them in, guys.
A lot of them are
Send
on
them in, for the love of
topic.
God.
The first one comes in from T-Bone, who sent a
Be
picture
named after a steak.
of a
Oh no!
27, which I think is a high score. So
We got a
congratulations.
new shrimp record.
New track record.
T-Bone says, "Dear Shrimps, I took the test. I know this isn't an official diagnosis, but it's probably saying a lot. Much love from T-Bone."
Oh, it's 100%
T-Bone.
accurate.
Yeah,
Despite
these things
your
happen.
27 autism score, we still love you.
The funny thing is, in Los's like closed Discord, it's like become a meme of like T-Bone's always the last one to get the joke, and then that question came up in the autism test, and it's like, oh no. We I don't want to reveal all the scores because it's probably personal information, but we got the whole. How many shrimps do we get to do that?
There's a
We
lot
have
of
a
liars.
leaderboard, yeah.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of liars we discovered.
There's too many single-digit numbers. I was not a fan of those.
Yeah. They answered the questions, not honestly, but what it knew the test wanted you to answer is the correct
We got
answer.
12 people to answer. Caleb got knocked down to second. I'll tell you that much.
I'm still on the autism podium, so we'll take
I'm
it.
like right in the middle, which I'm kind of proud of.
Autism podium.
But yeah, Caleb still got a podium position. As did Slap.
Yeah,
even
good
though he
run
won't
for the
talk to
guys
us.
back at the shop. We'll take it. We'll get them next time.
The next email comes in from Luke, who
And Luke.
he got a 23, so he outscored Caleb. Said also go Irish. That's tough.
That is also tough.
The next email comes in from Skylar, who says, "Sup shrimps.
White.
I still watch all of the episodes painfully. Yeah, it's tough. But I have started a 2013 nationwide series on NR 2003, but with the wild card format and modern NASCAR tracks.
You don't even have to take the quiz.
Here
we
are
know.
the point, and sent a bunch of pictures of the point standings of their 2013 sim. You might be at 30.
First ever 31. He's off the charts.
New shrimp record.
Kyle Larson in 36th place is foul. He wasn't that bad in that 32
You might need
car.
to recheck your NR ratings.
All right, I'm in the asylum here.
All right, get the bill.
All right, so here I'll show you if
Just waiting for the ears to start perking up in the background.
Come on.
yeah, dude. I am live
John?
in the Discord if you want to pull it up.
Oh yeah. I don't know if we have the technology.
No, because we know we need to see
Yeah,
your
because then we
face
wouldn't
cam
Alright,
over
see.
anything else.
Hold on. I might be able to.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got both. We can see Caleb's thing. And
Wait. Don't do it yet. Hold on. I should automate this portion of the thing.
Let me get
I
the
know how to do
live
it, I just
dog
haven't
cam
done it.
going.
There we go.
Dude, there's a lot of pressure on her right now. She doesn't know it, but she's got to get something going here. So, all right, let's start. We're gonna start spamming the bell.
It's better
Just
work.
right in front of us. Let me make sure my audio's up. All right. Oh, she's being a bitch.
She doesn't give a fuck.
Nope, she doesn't give a
You
fuck.
set up this
Dude,
whole
she
thing.
was-
She doesn't.
She was going
care.
crazy. Sonny. Hey, get over here, pussy.
Don't bully your dog. She's already autistic.
Come here. Oh yeah, Sonny's a 30. Also, by the way, we found that out. Dude, look, she's just looking at me. She's
That's
like, why are you
hilarious.
so
Fuck.
lonely?
She's focused on sleeping.
the
That's what
moment
it
you
is.
want a dog to have a reaction is when they won't give you that reaction.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Fuck you,
Damn.
biblically accurate bitch. We've been known. All right, well, Alt F4
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
All that for nothing. Don't trust an animal.
I gotta fix all this again. Oops. Oh wait, no, that actually worked.
Oh.
All right, we're good. The next
Why did you go into
email.
fucking Godzilla mode there, Ben? What was that about?
I was getting prepared.
Oh, because you thought you were gonna get your moment.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was a 30 if I've ever seen
I wouldn't
one.
do it again.
Oh,
All right.
too late.
The next email is the third one from Keegan. Who says, I did do this before you guys saw your test scores, and I've been told by you guys I may have autism, but I'm undiagnosed with anything. But here are my results. And Keegan got a 16,
It's reasonable.
Drive through.
which is
All right.
my score.
Yeah, DT
Which
is my
is-
score.
Which says you experience many typical signs of autism. Speaking of which, Keegan sent a fourth email.
Jesus Christ.
Brother.
Each email adds a point to that.
Yeah,
so
that just
you're up
added
to
at
20.
least a couple points. Yeah.
Keegan might have the highest score in terms of emails sent, barely beating out Andrew R, I'm sure. Anyways, Keegan says, well, Shrimps, it's me again. I'm going to mention a few things. The fantasy football stat sheets were taken from the fantasy app, not run on the sheet. Oh, that's no fun. Caleb's request for the attendance to title ratio has been complete.
The
God.
shrimp spreadsheet.
Yeah, I gotta find that again.
Oh. Here, while DT finds that, I did want to have another bit of show and tell. I wanted to thank my phone.
What was it? Title to episode? Oh, I figured it out. I've got a 20%. What is that? Is that Rusty?
Yeah, can you see what?
Oh,
Hold on, I'll
it's
click on the
blurry.
photo. Yeah, dude, it's just Rusty staring out in the fucking.
Is
out
that the
window.
Indianapolis house?
Yeah, it's our indie house. But I walked up on him one morning and he was just sitting outside
Just
like that.
contemplating.
You need to send me that photo. That's fucking hilarious.
It's a great meme photo of like just
It
like a
is.
pain.
It's like the fucking
The
horse just
man.
looking off at the
Yeah.
like beach fucking photo. But it's the
I have a picture
Uh,
of DT at Daytona for.
I have a 20% title to appearance ratio. Slap has 34%.
That's got to be the high.
Cody's got 15. Rusty's got 11. Ed has a 38% title to
What?
appearance ratio.
I guess
That-
he's never here. That makes sense.
Yeah. Tracks.
Caleb gets a 30%, and Ben has 6%.
Single digits.
Not very
Hate to see
quotable. Probably a good
It's
thing.
like just like your Google autism test score.
You can look in podcast journal, by the way, Cody, for that photo.
Mm.
Here, hold on. I'll put it up. You guys make your best memes of Rusty staring off into the
Look at-
distance.
Oh, he's gonna love this. Just sharing to the
Dude.
viewers. Hey, here's a picture of him having a personal moment. Fucking
He's just
meme it.
vibing.
Why does he look dead?
Because
Well,
he
this
is
is-
trying
because
to
he
take
is
some
too,
photos.
He is inside, especially
This
after
is
spending
week
a
2 of
weekend
dealing
with
with
us.
shrimps.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's-
yeah,
That's
this
fair.
is like 15 straight days with me just at his side every day. Like, you got to feel it at that point.
That's fair.
yeah, you'd want to kill yourself too.
Keegan says the autism test is not what I have. I'd say I have more OCD and organizational issues, which for guys slightly uncommon. Okay.
Fast.
Oh my god. Now that I
I'm so
finished the
sorry,
original
viewers.
sheet, there will be a more in-depth one that I'll share when I've actually got some things on it. I also don't know how many emails I've sent up to this point, but due to the fact that you said I had 5 last week, I feel like what? I felt like ideas, some that were meant for this week, but I honestly don't care. Sure. And for DT, I was unable to join your Discord through YouTube. Oh.
Don't join the Discord.
It's kind of dead, but
I should at everyone and call them all.
you can definitely do it through my Twitch. There's probably just an old link in some of my old YouTube things. All right.
I'm just going for pop anymore. That's all I do.
I'm filtering it out. The next email
Dude, I
comes in
would
Probably
from
for a good reason.
Bigfoot Motorsports Productions. Interesting. It says, last night I went out to a hockey game with a few of my buddies.
A
hell
cocky
yeah.
game?
Yeah, cocky game. I'm
Mm.
glad I'm
You
not
just
the
said
only one that
You just
Heard
said a
that.
cocky game.
I thought I said hockey, but okay.
you had like a weird like little sound
It's a
to like
Freudian
how you pronounce
slip.
that. That wasn't Freudian slip.
Where's a Freudian?
Yeah, because
That might be a Freudian slip.
It was a fruit joke because you got cock. Okay, anyways.
Wow, dude.
He says the game was fun, even though we lost to a bit of a scrub team. As we're walking around the block to where we parked, enjoying the views of the city, a random guy popped out of nowhere running.
Uh-oh.
He burst out of the exit next to where we were walking and came up and started talking to me like we were friends.
Yeah, you gotta vouch for him at that point. You gotta be like.
He slapped
"Yo,
me on the
what's up?"
shoulder and drunkenly yelled, "That's a beautiful jersey, man. I could never spend that much money on one. I got it on sale for $80. Then started to incoherently rant about how he told a player to do something and he didn't do it. This is just a drunk, like a really drunk
just
fan.
sounds like a really drunk fan.
But the fun doesn't
Person
stop
encounters
there.
drunk in public. Writes an email about it.
Drunk.
As we go
in
to a crosswalk, he
public.
jaywalked and ran across the busy street, motioning like he was directing traffic so we could cross. Nobody followed him, and he disappeared into the night. Listen, that guy had a great time at the hockey game, whether he
Yeah,
was
that
there
guy's
or not.
Awesome.
He just won't
Shout out to
remember
that
anything.
guy.
Mr. Ass sent an email. Mr. Ass got a 22 and says, they don't know that I was diagnosed. It says it's a strong probability, but it's a confirmed fact.
Oh no, I share a score with you. Hold on.
Then he
Can't
then
be
he said,
that.
I made this email before you guys took the test, and sent another reply and said me and Caleb getting the same score is not surprising at all. Listen, if this guy's diagnosed at a 22 and you're also 22,
It's a proven fact.
I was cracking up at this last week, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, hey, like we did this autism test, like it, like scored out of 30. She was like, what are you, a 30? And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, what did I do?
she knows.
Based.
The next email comes in from Willie G. He says, hey Shrimps, today I found out that Jamie McMurray was ahead of his time. Listen closely.
It's a PDF.
Okay. No, it's an entire NASCAR race broadcast.
Power they've got here today.
Hold on, I gotta find a specific time code because they didn't give a time coded link.
Fuck you.
I'm not
You're
going to put
banned.
this on the screen, but this is during the 2006 Texas Motor Speedway NASCAR Cup Series race, April 9th,
Hit the
2006,
button.
apparently.
You know, we tried kind of with the 17, the 16, all the other guys are doing, and I brushed the wall a little bit. We thought maybe we knocked something loose, but I don't know. It's just been a really tough weekend for us, and I told him, I said, I'm getting ready to kill myself. I'm running like a second or 2 seconds off the pace. And
Yeah, okay.
I'm getting ready to spin it out. So,
I
they
told
brought it
my
in, they put the lasers on the rear end just to make sure everything's lined up.
That's based.
I
Just
told my
mid-air.
son I'm getting ready to kill myself live on Fox to millions of viewers.
He didn't say my
Nice.
son, he said
And I
myself,
told
didn't
my
he?
son, I'm getting ready to kill myself.
Myself.
I'm running like a
Yeah.
second
Sorry.
or 2 seconds off the pace. And
Told my son I'm getting ready to kill myself.
I don't think he had a kid back in 2006 when he was the
I don't
boy
know
wonder.
if Jamie McMurray's getting McFreaky.
That's based on national television. Shout out to Jamie Mack. Good find. The next email comes in from Twitch that says Rusty Broussard followed us on the Shrimp Hub Twitch account
Thank you.
that we've never used, but thanks.
And we will never use it.
The next email comes in from our good friend from Down Under, Andrew R. This is morning,
Hi,
all
Andrew.
y'all. In response to Caleb's whiny yet correct dummy spit in episode 130, there is an alternative to the duels at Daytona. A completely open race. If you measure the length of the pit lane at Daytona, there's enough space for 62 pit stalls. Darlington in 1951 had 81 starters. Talladega in 1973 had 60 starters. Why not just let
Based.
everyone who has a car and can make 107% on qualifying in? Bigger is always better.
Dude,
Granted that
would
most of
actually
the
be
chumps have
based.
less than a snowflake's chance in hell, but given that Cody Ware is back, what's the difference? Thanks from Andrew R.
Could you
Can you
imagine?
imagine
Yeah,
62 next
well, yeah,
gen
like
cars?
what if? Well, what,
Go
yeah, what if they
hard.
just set like, dude, that's actually a sick idea. Like they're just like, all right, if you qualify quicker than like 40, like you said, like a 46.5. If you qualify faster than that, you're in the show, dude.
They do
The
like the
last-
107%.
That's what he
The
said.
sta-
107% rule. Yeah.
Yeah, the stage 2 last lap big one involving 58 cars would go so hard. It would go so hard.
50-car big one.
Andrew R. sent in another email that says, I used to work in an occupation where being killed was a normal expected hazard in the Royal Air
Jesus
Force.
Christ.
That's
what
cool.
the fuck?
A normal
Most of the
expected
statements in the autism questionnaire are the same as the ones that appear in a diagnostic test for PTSD.
Damn.
Autism and PTSD can have similar symptoms as can shyness. Either way, be kind to people. Thank you from Andrew R.
Be
Andrew
kind
R,
to
do you know what
everyone.
his
podcast you are?
score.
Jesus.
You
30.
got a 3. I don't know if I believe
He
that.
Googled.
You got are we reading this the wrong way?
Yeah, it's
Like,
definitely
is it the
it's a 27 for sure. 3? I don't know if I believe that.
That's the lowest that
Andrew
we've
R,
seen.
I love you, pal. That's not correct. There's no way that's correct.
I love how
Just based on emails and Twitter replies, there is no way you're a 3.
The fact that you watch this podcast and send us an email every week is
Yeah, that's a
enough.
baseline 10, like at least.
I
That's
like
a
how
baseline 20.
I like how we have an established audience to the point where just one viewer
We're
sends
clocking
in is
their
like,
autism scores.
it's like, yeah, hey guys, I took the test and I don't think I have autism, and we're just lying. We're just our immediate fucking There's no way you listen to this podcast and don't have autism. It's just our immediate reaction.
Dude,
This
the
is true.
core emailers, they know who they are. Big fans. Even when I tell you to kill yourself, I appreciate you.
Wow. The next email
Also
comes in
kill
from
yourself.
There's a
All right.
statement right there. Even when I tell you to kill yourself, I appreciate you.
The next email comes in from Harley Payne. It says, hey Shrimps, I'm not sure if this will make the show this week, but I'm writing it on the night of January 20th. Yes.
It's last night.
Today was a dark day and I have a lot of negative things to say, but I won't take up too much of your time with the ramblings about how much I hate Trump and think he should be in jail. For my American friends listening, we made it through the first time and there are methods of reproach to keep him from getting too powerful. No day is wasted
That's
if
why
good
we have an
deeds are
election every
done.
4 years. That's why that concept is the thing.
1,460 days remain. Try and help people in as many of them as you can.
Yeah, people
in other
forget that
news-
this entire democracy was created to escape the fucking British monarchy, and that's why we do have an election every 4 years to specifically to prevent from any one person from
It's a
getting too
lot of
powerful.
words for I'm gay.
But the electoral college is still stupid. In other news, my area is about to get some serious snow for the first time since January of 2018. Given how our area normally gets up to 37 Celsius in the summer, we are absolutely not ready. Hopefully the city is still standing on Thursday. Happy Rolex 24 week, fuck Trump and wash your hands. P.S. I sent Shrimp Hub a video on Instagram that has Caleb energy. Reminded me of him instantly. Do I even
What?
have
That's
the
not a good
Sh-
thing.
Shrimp Hub account on here?
Blue hair.
I do not. So that's, yeah, I'm not gonna,
I don't know about you, but I'm
Send us a
feeling
link.
22.
like, I'm literally not logged in. We don't post anything on there.
I'm logged in.
Are you?
We know who isn't.
Play the thing then if you're logged in.
I gotta find it, dude. Hold on.
I think you said you're logged in.
We can put the
fuck?
link in general too.
It's true.
It's true. The next email also comes in from Harley Payne. Who says, I've been of the belief for a long time that esports and competitive classes make hobbies less fun, and eNASCAR is no different. There's no reason to have this fake NASCAR team set up when North Force or Altus or whatever are just going to team up anyway. I agree. There shouldn't be teams in the Coke series like in the NFL. This is a video game league. Also, I think there's a kernel of truth on each side of the Mooncar Hayek schism conspiracy theory.
A what?
About that one guy who hated on Mooncar guys. Yeah, it's kind of scummy if the dude was excluding Mooncar drivers on purpose, but at the same time, if you're trying to strike it big with a real NASCAR team's online branch, maybe you should be careful about your online image so the first thing the hiring manager sees when he Googles you isn't Travis talking with you about how fast you think Sydney Sweeney could shotgun a beer. I've I've had the importance of a
Am I
good
reading this?
online footprint preached to me, which is such a weird way of saying it, for a while, and somehow these guys seem to not know. Maybe I'm just clueless. Maybe people shouldn't actively alienate themselves from prospective employers. I agree, but that guy still had a hate boner for Mooncar. That was really weird.
What? About who shotgunning a beer?
Sydney Sweeney,
Who is that?
the actress from
Boomer.
Shameless and other things.
So
Euphoria.
So being on a sim race and talking about, hey, how fast do you think this celebrity could shotgun a beer? That's like, all right, this person is not hireable material. Really?
I mean, that
That
was an
level?
example.
Oh, well, you should have picked a
Not a
better
very
example.
good
if that was
one.
going to be the first and only one you were going to mention.
All right, your example is not good enough for Cody.
Is that not a fair point?
I
The
was
next
told
email-
that there was a DM here.
The next email comes in from Instagram. This is, hi, ShrimpHub.cool. Someone tried to log into your Instagram account. If this was you, please use the following code to confirm your identity.
Oh, we know who that is. Is that the end of the
The
podcast?
next email also comes in from
Oh,
Instagram that says, new login to Instagram from Instagram on Apple iPhone. Location, city name, Tennessee, United States.
Oh boy. All right, well, there's the video that was linked to us. I did all that to get the link.
You know what link it is.
Oh, it started muted. How do I restart a reel without, like,
Refresh the
You
page.
can't. You have to refresh the
Dude, I
page.
hate
Hope my ex
Oh my
is
God.
dead. I hope my old
Oh
friends who
my
I have outgrown
God.
are dead. I hope everyone who has done me dirty has died. Anyone I hurt, I hope you're dying. Forgiveness is dead. I am ready for some serious
It's like
lessons
Caleb
this year.
talking with like an Ed like voice.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Harley Payne.
Also, shout out to Harley Payne for DMing the Shrimp Hub account to no response since July 7th, 2023.
Excuse me.
2023.
2 years. And then sent something else.
I'll say, hey, thanks, pal.
Did you reset a
that's when you-
password?
No, I just logged in using the verification code. I didn't change the password.
Instagram says, hi, ShrimpHub.cool. Sorry to hear you're having trouble logging in Instagram. We got a message that you forgot your password. If this was you, you can get right
Yeah,
back
I
into your
forgot the
account and reset your
password
password now.
yeah, just verified the code. And then I'm going to send a DM to NASCAR. Kill your...
Jesus. All right, there's one more actual email. It comes in from Mark. It says, I was supposed to start my second semester of community college today, but it snowed and now I have 2 extra days off. Hell yeah. The first semester is great, way better than high school. Nice. Nothing gets set on fire. Fights don't happen, and everyone I've met is chill. Parking would definitely be terrible if I didn't have 8 a.m.s, but I do, and I don't give up my spot.
Everybody say hi to Harley Payne, who already sent a DM back to the Shrimp Hub account. So I'm sending a live.
A video
Hello.
or a picture?
Wow.
No, just a picture.
Okay.
So
Mark
we can
says,
autograph.
anyway, congrats, Caleb, on being the autism leader. I definitely would have gotten a higher score if I wasn't super sociable. Bro got a 9. You're driving good.
Dude,
Mhm.
that's Jacob Hits numbers, bro. Like, that's not real.
I also think it's really cute that Mark sent a screenshot of his like test, and it just says awesome. The little iPhone pop out thing talking about our scores. Like just live mid podcast, pull
Dude,
up the link and do your
Shout out
scores.
to everybody who did the autism test. That's
Yes.
actually, like, it made the rounds a good bit. Like,
We got a bunch of YouTube comments too. I guess I could go through those as well if I felt like it. But I appreciate. I just when I uploaded, I just gave a little comment, which is like, "Hey, what are your scores?" Should I read through? Is it bad if I just out you?
yeah.
I
put
mean,
it in
they put it in the comments.
I was
so
about to
it's
say,
public.
yeah.
Carly Gnarly got a 9. Lane got a 19 and said I can't score higher. It's rigged.
Can't
Rhino
score.
GT4
He's
got a
trying to get a high score.
Rhino
The
GT4
autism
got a
high score.
23.
Ooh.
All right.
And Matthew Hall got a 19. That's pretty healthy. Well done, guys.
Healthy.
Yeah, those are good scores.
Send
With that,
in your fucking scores.
Was this the
send in
worst
your emails
podcast
for
ever?
next week. No,
It
this
might
wasn't
be.
that
No, that-
bad.
The one that doesn't exist was the one.
Dude, the one that didn't see the
Was
light
this
of day.
bad?
No,
I
I
thought it was
enjoyed
just
this
okay.
podcast. It was a good
Cancel
podcast.
it.
This was Shrimp Hours 131, titled either we're gonna. Oh, actually no, that got cut from the thing, so I can't even use that as a title. So this was Anthropomorphic Tent.
Shower.
We will be seeing you. Shower? Oh, is that what it was? Shit. All right.
Anthropomorphic shower.
That's more funny. I guess it is a tent, but it was used as a shower
And not as good as
in Alabama.
the NASCAR building.
We'll just bleep that out.
I have to edit it
That'll make
again.
yeah, good. That'll make it even better.
I'm gonna charge you.
All right.
For what?
Just cut out the audio when he says it.
Well, people can read lips, so fucking.
Well, that's their fault.
I'll put a dead shrimp on top of it. All right.
There you go.
That's
Why?
hilarious.
I've already issued enough death threats, Steve.
Yeah, but Steve didn't hear them. Sorry, I should encourage you.
No,
I
don't.
was about to say, do you want me to
Don't.
do it again? I'll
No.
fucking do it again.
No, bye.